I was just downstairs getting ready for the show. Everybody, welcome to TRS Live. I am your host, Matt Trotz, and I am here to save you a bunch of money as well as educate you on the variety of products that The Real Shot carries. So let's get right into a little bit of house cleaning, right? So here, the products that we refer to on TRS Live are available in-store and online at therealshot.com. But hold your patience here a little bit. The deals are only available at therealshot.com. So what you got to do is type in the REELSHOT.com. That's where you're going to find all these products. It's really simple. There's a categories tab on the left-hand side of your screen. You roll down to that. It says TRS Live Shopping. Click on that. That's going to bring you to our calendar with our landing page of current events, past shows. You go through that. It's going to keep you updated. Now, on a social media side of that all, follow along with us, hit the advanced notifications there on our Facebook page, which is The Real Shot on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and then TRS Live as well on Facebook and Instagram. That'll help let you know when we go live for TRS Live or anytime the store goes live as well. But while you're on there, you smash that, right? So you're at the calendar events. Then you roll up and you see the products that we've talked about in the past and the current products as well. Now there's codes you can use too to help you search those products a little bit faster. But the thing about it is some of the deals that you see on that website may no longer be available as far as the sale price, or the inventory may not be there as well because the deal is just too good. Like we did some shows last week. I was like, why are we discounting these products? We're absolutely insane for discounting them right now. Well, we're going to do it again this week. So pay attention, set your alarms, set your notifications, make sure you are notified when we go live here for TRS Live so you can take advantage of the deals I have coming forth. Now, we talked about saving money, right? That's my number one goal here on TRS Live, but I want to offer you another way to save some money as well, and that's to become a Fix TV subscriber. That's PHYX TV subscriber. What you do is you go to there. That's our video on demand platform where great shows like TRS Live are. The other two shows I host, Head to Head Fishing, The Guide to Life are all over there. The Jake Jacob Show is over there. Now, when you become a subscriber to that, you help support those shows. So if you like TRS Live, if you like Head to Head, if you like The Guide to Life, if you like the Jake Jacob Show, becoming a subscriber to those helps our shows, helps us bring you more and better content. And then also in that way, I'm going to save you money on the flip side of that to TRS Live, because when you sign up for $5.99 a month, you get a $5 credit to use here on TRS Live. Now refer a friend and they sign up, you will gain a month free of viewing. So basically if you do the math, it's like 99 cents a month after it's all said and done. And if you do it correctly, you can basically pay 99 cents a year if you refer enough friends and still get a $5 credit. So it's an absolutely amazing deal. It's virtually free once you sign up for it and you do it all correctly. So take advantage of those savings there by becoming a Fix TV subscriber, and also support not only the existing shows that are on there. You can watch some of the past head-to-head events. You can watch past Guide to Life, the Jake Jacob Show. But you can also be helping support any new shows. And I know that the app is almost ready to roll. So if you are anxious for the app like we all are here at Fix Productions, don't hold your breath a whole lot longer because it's going to be coming forth. So let's get into the first couple of products. So last week, Wednesday, we kind of talked about a Whitetail Wednesday. Today is kind of a Hunting Wednesday, kind of a combo between whitetail and turkey and so on and so forth. But the first product, you see it here, I was downstairs kind of getting ready for it, is the Millennium Run and Gun Turkey Seat. Now you see the code, you see the pricing. $79.99 is normally what you pay for this chair. When you find it anywhere else right now and only on therealshot.com, you can take advantage of it for $50.99. This is a great deal. And if you are a hunter of any kind, a bow hunter, a gun hunter, or even a turkey hunter, you know that Millennium makes some of the most comfortable seats on the market. So you see it on your screen right now. Let's get into some of the highlights of why you want this run and gun chair for turkey hunting, or if you are a ground hunter for deer hunting. This is a perfect chair for you. So it does have that nylon mesh to it, which is going to help with water. It's going to allow water to kind of run through it, run away from you, so you don't have a wet seat so much. And I mean your butt, that's what I mean. And the other thing too is it's going to be very, very comfortable. It's a large seat too. So it weighs in just at 4.2 pounds, so it's not overly heavy, but it's a large platform, so it allows for better adjustment for it. It allows for most of the bottoms out there to fit comfortably on this chair that you see right here. The other thing too is it's right away, it's in that Mossy Oak Obsession camel, which is the official camel of the NWTF. That's the National Wild Turkey Federation. So I can flip it around here too, so you can kind of see those logos on it here, but it's really nice and lightweight. It's large and it is adjustable as well. So if I turn it, you can kind of see the arms right here. There's a push button adjustment right here, so you can extend this arm out. So if you are on some different terrain right here, just push this button right here and it'll allow you to kind of level this seat out, so it's a lot more comfortable, making for a lot longer sits. Because we all know as turkey hunters, not always those little birds come screaming in, you know, so it might take you 10, 15 minutes, it might take you an hour, it might take you 2 hours to finally coax that bird into range. Why be moving around a bunch? Sit comfortably, keep your butt off the ground, keep your butt dry, you know, stay away from those ticks, stay away from those other little bitey guys that may be crawling underneath your seat. You know, keep that butt comfortable, and that's going to allow you to stay motionless a lot longer. Let's talk about the seat fabric here. So it's a comfort mat seat fabric, which is the ultimate in comfort. That lightweight seat design allows for that run and gun hunter. We hit on the fact that it is 4.2 pounds, so it's fairly lightweight for what you got going on here. Now the other thing too is, with a little bit of playing around here, I didn't really adjust it, but it has a nice padded shoulder strap. So if I'm doing a long walk in, I got my turkey decoys, I got my shotgun, or I got my bow, whatever it may be. You know, this is comfortable shoulder strap if you're going in for a long ways. Maybe you want to cross strap it like here, like you did in high school when you were super cool, like single strap, cross strap, whatever you did with your backpack. You have those capabilities right here, but it is a really, really nice seat. The frame is made of a durable powder coated steel, so durability wise, it's going to help, you know, withstand some of those extra weight, whether it's gear or if you had a little too much Thanksgiving supper because you harvested a bird the spring before, or you harvested a bunch of deer with it. You know, it's going to have a good weight ratio there, so it's going to withstand some of those bigger bottoms out there. And then we talked about that natural camouflage. So it's one of those things too, if you leave it out there, it might disappear right into with that ground cover and everything like that. But the biggest thing I can tell you about this chair is it's going to be ultra comfortable, especially with the ability to kind of adjust this powder coated steel arm right here. Millennium is super well known for comfortability in their seats. They have virtually the same same seating on some of their tree stands. That we have a bench, actually. If you're ever in the Fox Valley area, stop by the store. The Real Shot has a Millennium bench. The mesh that this is made of, and the other thing too here is I flip it around, you can see that it wraps all the way around and it's like riveted through this powder coated steel. So that seat is not going to sag either. So it's going to add some support too, which is going to add for that comfort, and it's going to add for that comfortability, and it's going to allow you to be motionless. But you can kind of see through it, and that's going to allow moisture and anything. So if you do leave it out in the spot, you know, say you got your secret, you know, roost tree located and you want to sneak in early morning, you could just get this set up the night before and not have to worry about coming in early morning, whether it rained or you got a dew on the ground and getting a wet bottom. This thing is going to do a very, very nice job for you. So the code that you see on the screen right here is MRNGS. That is the order code to streamline your search. Go right to this product. Again, it's the Millennium Run and Gun Turkey Seat. Normal retail price $79.99. You're going to get it for $50.99 only on therealshot.com. Not on Amazon, not on Walmart. So take advantage of that deal. Add a couple of these. These are our like I'm gonna say it's slightly limited inventory too. So if you watch this show, you know, a week after we air it, or have it out there, like that deal may be gone. So it's one of those deals is make sure you watch it as close to live as you absolutely possibly can to snatch up an awesome deal on this. And the code again is MRNGS. Normal retail price of this Millennium run and gun turkey seat, $79.99, and $50.99 is the sale price only on therealshot.com. But we are just getting started here. Now we're going to kind of motivate our way into a Whitetail Wednesday like we did the following Wednesday before. So coming up next on TRS Live, we have a Code Blue Tarsal Gland Gel. And you may be asking, what the heck is this for and what the heck is it all about? Well, after these commercial breaks, I will tell you all about the Code Blue Tarsal Gland Gel.
I'm Gary Atkins, professional angler in the National Professional Fishing League. Tune in to TRS Live for the best deals on all your outdoor gear and apparel. If you're going to want a shot at the big bass, you're going to need the Real Shot. Take it from me, professional angler Gary Atkins.
It's Matt Trotz here with The Guided Life. We just met up with one of the guys from the crew, and he's like, they're on a hot track, so it's put her 4 high and get on these back roads and scream. Every year that I've been a part of that and I go to that class, I always learn something. So these guys are gonna join me, and the reason I asked these two guys in here is because we got Travis, who does a lot of public land hunting, and then Judd and I are private land, you know, owners and hunters for the most part as well. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. And welcome back, everybody, to TRS Live. I am your host, Matt Trotz, and I'm here to save you a bunch of money as well as educate you on the wide variety of products that The Real Shot carries. So again, if you're shopping for some of these products, you need to have therealshot.com up and open. The deals that we talk about on TRS Live are only available at therealshot.com. So let's get fired up, because I know that deer season is quickly approaching. That means those bucks are soon to get fired up. And let's talk about the Code Blue Tarsal Gland Gel. Now I'm gonna do this right away. You see the product on your screen right here. It's a 2-ounce bottle. Normal retail price for this is $12.99. You're gonna get it right now for $9.99. CBTGG is the order code at therealshot.com to take you right to this 2-ounce bottle. Amber bottle. It's going to help protect that scent a lot longer. But once we're ready, here we go, Andy. Are you ready for this? I know Dylan Williams is going to absolutely love this. You know it's a premium product. When you crack that bottle open, I'm going to have to buy this one now. It's really good. It absolutely smells amazing. So, let's educate you a little bit on why you should never sniff this stuff directly. And second thing too is you should probably wear rubber gloves when you're playing around with the Code Blue Tarsal Gland Gel. So if you are a whitetail deer hunter, as we near the rut, bucks will start to urinate down their tarsal glands. So what that means is on the inside of their knee areas, it's fumigated the room. Camera guy is gagging back there. What they'll do on the inside of their knee portions of their back legs, they have their tarsal glands, right? Or some people call them their hocks. So as we near the rut, right, you pay attention to those will get black. And what happens is the deer will stand there, and I'm just going to use the back of my hands as kind of a demonstration here. They will urinate down the backs of their legs, and then they will rub their back of their legs together, and they will rub those tarsal glands together. So what they're doing is they're rubbing that tarsal gland together with urine. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's exactly what they're doing. So if you see a doe or you see a buck out in the middle of a field and he's kind of standing there squatting and he's kind of doing a back-to-back hip motion and he's grinding his knees together, he's probably peeing down the back of his legs and getting that tarsal gland up and active. So it gets super black. As the rut nears does and bucks alike, that thing will get super black. So what it is it's a scent dispersal system. So the other thing too is what they'll do is they'll go through a scrape and they will do the same thing. So they will work a scrape, and for those who don't know, a scrape is a pawed out area, it's on the ground, and then usually it has a licking branch, again, a scent dispersal system above it. So a buck or a doe will come through and they will paw out the ground, right? They're getting that earth turned up. And then a buck will stand in it and he will rub those tarsal glands together with his urine, right? And that urine goes through his tarsal glands, leaving his scent code or his scent signature in that scrape. And then he'll work the tarsal gland, his orbital glands and his forehead glands on the licking branch above. He'll chew and gnaw on it. But we're focusing here with the tarsal gland gel on the actual scrape portion itself. So what you will do is, whether you're building a mock scrape or you have an existing scrape, a community scrape, is this product is perfect for that. So let's kind of go through here. I'm going to kind of go through my notes and tell you about this product. The cool thing from Cold Blue is they try to use a single deer. They try not to take a collective and put it in a bottle. They try to use a single deer. So if you look on it, they'll actually tell you what deer number this bottle came from. So if you're kind of looking for that one deer smell, you can find these codes right here and line it up with that same deer. So you can just buy a couple of these, and especially at $9.99, you can have some. As long as you keep it refrigerated, this stuff will do a nice job. But the amber bottle is going to help keep that scent clean and pure longer. So what they'll do here, so we talked about, it's got a potency of a genuine tarsal gland. It's a thick gel formula. It's the strongest and longest lasting of its kind on the market. All right, here we go. Scotty, you ready for this? You want to plug your nose? I'm going to open this up again. I'm going to clearly have to buy this one because I cracked the seal on it. But I'm going to try to lift this applicator up. And the nice thing about it, it has a very convenient applicator here for placing it in your scrapes. And that's going to allow you to see that gel-like formula that's right here. Now notice it's like a cotton swab on a metal post there. It cleans up nice, it tightens up down, but I'm going to get into this stuff. I'm going to swirl it up a little bit. And now look at how thick that gel is. The nice thing about that is when you use that stuff, can you see that all right? I just don't want it to trip my hands quite yet. But that gel, the nice thing about it is it's not only going to add some like waterproofing agent out there, but it's going to stick to where you put it. So that gel is going to adhere to either the ground, or one of the tips that I like to do is take a small stick. So if I'm pawing out a scrape, making a mock scrape, I will take a small stick and either use the applicator swab that's in there, or I'll take a small stick and swirl it around in there. And with gloves, always wear rubber gloves and always be as scent free as you possibly can when making and creating mock scrapes, or even working with existing scrapes. You do not want the deer to know that you're doing it, right? You want it to think it's an intruder. You want it to think it's another deer coming into that area. So you got to stay human free. You got to stay scent free as long as you can. But either that, or take a small stick, swirl it in, and then I like to place it in the center of the mock scrape. I will stick that stick, literally stick it up with the gel on top of it. That way I know that gel is right in the middle of that scrape. So when them deer come up to it and they smell that scrape, they're getting the Cold Blue tarsal gland gel right here that you see out in front of you. Let's continue on. So we talked about it's collected from 1 deer to 1 bottle. It's made from tarsal gland musk, which it is very musky, and submerged in real buck urine. So that's how you know, again, that it's a quality product. Now, if you really wanted to, you could kind of reuse a tarsal gland. It may sound a little crude, it may sound a little rude, but after you harvest a buck or a doe, if that tarsal gland is activated, and you'll know because it smells exactly like this tarsal gland gel that's in front of me, you could take that tarsal gland and you could slather it up with this Cold Blue product here, and then package it, freeze it, whatever you may have to do, and then reuse that the following year. This is effective all season long, so it's nice because it's guaranteed every bottle contains tarsal gland and urine from 1 deer. That is a cool thing about how we talked about that serial dating that's on here. Lets you know that it's coming from 1 deer. So right now is an okay time to fire up some scrapes. I've had a scrape started. I think I started some scrapes back in June. There might be a TGL vlog coming out there talking about some scrapes that I had started. But I start my scrapes usually. Now, it depends. Sometimes an early scrape is more licking branch than it is on the ground. Or you can just paw it out and get it fired up. The scrape is a great place to hunt over, especially in areas where you can't mineral or you can't put bait out. The scrape is a community hub. It's a signpost, right? They come in there, and bucks and does and fawns and mature bucks, young bucks, all those age classes will come in, and they will work that scrape. They will at least look at that scrape, leave hopefully some kind of scent, because they're coming there as like, hey, Debbie Doe was in the area. Hey, Billy Buck was in my area. And what that tells those deer is like, hey, this is a popular spot. I should probably come check this. And if you check it during the daylight hours when you're in there, that's going to hopefully increase the chances of those buck or your doe, to come check that scrape. So mock scrapes are awesome. Plus, it's a great tool to use to monitor what bucks are in your area. And this will work not only early season, but it will work all the way through the rut. And then we talked about it last week when we hit on the illusion game call. That secondary rut, this product here too, and because it's that gel, it's going to virtually be freeze proof as well. So you know that if it's cold out there, that gel is still going to put out that musky aroma and hopefully coax any deer that get downwind of it to your location. We talked about how deer actually activate their tarsal glands. Pay attention to that, because that's also a signify when the rut is getting closer in your area. The darker those tarsal glands get on the back side of their legs, on the inside of their legs, the closer the rut is getting, because they're starting to use those tarsal glands a lot more to leave their signpost, their scent post. The other way you can do it, we talked about leaving it as hanging it in scrapes, putting it around scrapes. You can put it in shooting lanes to get your deer to stop where you want them to. Hopefully their head's right behind the bush, you can't draw, or the vitals are open. Put it in those areas. The other popular way to do it is use it on a drag rig. Again, it's kind of like I've seen deer out in the middle of food plots, out in the middle of fields. They go through that motion. They leave that tarsal gland scent out there in the middle of the field. You could do the same thing, and that drag rig is going to help bring that deer in from the area where you don't want them to be to hopefully in front of your stand or your ground blind, whatever it may be. You might be sitting on that Millennium run and gun turkey seat someplace, and hopefully bring them in from a distance into a clear shooting lane for you. But then again, like we talked about with a real tarsal gland, you could take that drag rig, depending on the size of it, and you could submerge it back in this bottle, store this bottle properly, and that amber bottle is going to help that drag rig and this product to last a lot longer. So this is some super, super cool stuff. We talked about that easy to use applicator. It's awesome. It works really, really well. And man, this stuff is absolutely pungent. It will hopefully call a buck in from a ways, especially like if you're using that illusion grunt call that we talked about, and the next thing you know, this buck, it's cool to get sight, sound, and smell all together at once. So if you have this out, you can put it on the backside of a decoy if you're using a decoy, just to add more realism to it. Give them that sight, right? Then you give them that sound, and as they get up, or as they approach it, they're going to usually want to circle on your downwind side. You have some of this potent smell out there that's going to hopefully lock that deer in and not get them on the downwind side of smelling you. Plus, this stuff is potent enough that it might cover up some of your human scent as well. But when you're making mock scrapes, or you're out there using this stuff, wear rubber gloves, because first of all, you do not want to get it on your hands. Soap and water will do an okay job taking that off, but I don't know how you're really going to get it off. Plus, you want to be scent-free. Spray yourself down with some scent-free products before you even get close to that scrape. Wear rubber gloves. Even the higher the gloves, the better, right? Or have a pair of gloves that you have are scent-free. Put them in a plastic bag so when in between uses, they stay scent-free. You could even put a little tarsal gland in there with you, and then when you pull them out, you know that you're leaving the true cold blue smell that you know and really love. So again, everybody, it's a 2-ounce bottle. The product is tarsal gland gel. I showed you just how jelly it is. I hopefully did the smell test for you. It absolutely smells really, really fantastic. Like it's lunchtime and I'm not hungry anymore. So let's go ahead and wrap that up. So $12.99 normal retail price for this 2-ounce bottle. $9.99 is the sale price that you only get at therealshot.com. Order this now at that sale price. You're probably going to want to order 2 or 3 of them, because if you use a lot of mock scrapes like I do, if you use a lot of scent during the season like I do, 2 ounces may seem like a lot, but you're going to burn through it pretty quick with a lot of uses. So add a bunch to the cart, but don't check out yet, because if you are a bow hunter, you might need to upgrade your rest. And the next product that I have coming at you is the Trophy Ridge Kill Shot. This is the original Whisker Biscuit. You see it on your screen right now. There's a couple of colors that are available, black, pink, some pretty cool looking colors available in this Trophy Ridge Kill Shot original Whisker Biscuit rest. So after we go to commercial breaks, we're going to be talking about that product.
I'm Gary Atkins, professional angler in the National Professional Fishing League. I've been fishing professionally for 4 years. I spent 3 years as a pro in the Northern Opens, and now I've been fishing 1 year in the National Professional Fishing League. Tune in to TRS Live for the best deals on all your outdoor gear and apparel. If you're going to want a shot at the big bass, you're going to need the Real Shot.
There's the boom right there, Gary Atkins, your smallmouth specialist.
Take it from me, professional angler Gary Atkins.
Hey, it's Matt Trotz here with The Guided Life. We just met up with one of the guys from the crew, and he's like, they're on a hot track, so it's 404 high, and get on these back roads and scream. Every year that I've been a part of that and I go to that class, I always learn something. So these guys are gonna join me, and the reason I asked these 2 guys in here is because we got Travis, who does a lot of public land hunting, and then Judd and I are private land, owners and hunters for the most part as well. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Welcome back, everybody, to TRS Live. Next up on the band list, Hank Williams Jr. No, I'm just kidding. That's what it feels like with these new shot angles. Hey, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the chat. Do you like the new shot angles, new camera angles? I think it's really neat. I think it adds a whole nother level of TRS Live, and we are just getting fired up and getting ready to roll as we save you a bunch of money and as well as educate you on the wide variety of products that the Real Shot carries. So again, I am Matt Trotz here. Now I want to tell you about the Trophy Ridge Kill Shot Whisker Biscuit style rest. So you see all the order information on your screen right now, normally $49.99. This is an ultimate rest for the $39.99 that it is located, and that deal is only on therealshot.com. So the original Whisker Biscuit, you see the product on your screen right now, is probably the most common, the most popular aero rest is the original Whisker Biscuit, right? It's simplicity, it works really, really well. It is the perfect rest for the beginner and the experienced archer in your life. And the other thing too that is time tested as well as dependable. So again, I ran down to the Real Shot sales floor and I grabbed our trusty Bowtech here. What is this one again? The SR350. This is a fast bow. And at the high performance level of this Bowtech bow, you know, I would not be afraid to put a Whisker Biscuit kill shot on this bow, because if you're just a traditional whitetail hunter, meaning you're shooting 40 yards and in, and you want a full capacity, a full capture style rest, the Whisker Biscuit is the rest for you. Plus, if you have a beginner archer in your life, I really, really recommend the Whisker Biscuit to get them started. It's going to make life so much easier for the following reasons. So the colors, again, that are available, black and pink, normal retail price $49.99, the sale price right now $39.99. And let's get into some of the basic setups of the Whisker Biscuit rest. So first and foremost, it's a one rest fits all. What I mean by that is it's ambidextrous. So I could put this on a right-handed bow like you see right here, or if it was a left-handed bow with just a little bit of flipping around of the whisker portion of it all, I can make this work for a left-handed bow. The other thing that's neat too is my adjustments. So my adjustments are so critical when I set up a bow right here at the Real Shot. I want to not only have windage adjustments, and that's this Allen screw right here, so that allows me to adjust the rest in and out. But if I turn it, here's the big one. Some other Whisker Biscuits, the cheaper ones on the market, do not give me elevation. And a Whisker Biscuit to me is a great rest, but it's not the best rest if I can't get elevation adjustment. So when we set bows up at the Real Shot, you know, depending on what manufacturer specs are, you want the arrow to be as close to these burger holes, that's these rest holes right here, as you absolutely can. With some Whisker Biscuits that don't give me that elevation adjustment, I have to have a low center shot on that, meaning that's a lot closer to the riser, meaning like I can't get it set as tuned as properly as I can the kill shot. So that's really awesome, is it's easy to adjust, especially because it has windage and elevation. And we've set these up on some bows, and we've gotten perfect bullet holes in the paper when we were paper tuning these. So these can definitely work. And I know there's videos out there and there's people out there saying, wow, it's not that accurate a rest. Like it's like a 30 in rest. No, there's videos out there of archers shooting 100 yards with these rests, and they're shooting very, very accurately. Now, the thing about that can add to that accuracy is the bristles. You know, these are a nice synthetic bristle in here. They are super quiet. But after a lot of shots, and I'm talking tens of thousands of shots, sometimes that bristles get worn out, and that's the hole is what I'm talking about. Well, you can replace this biscuit portion of it, the quiet biscuit portion of it, really, really easily. So that's nice too. So once you buy the rest, just by replacing those Whisker Biscuit portion of it there on therealshot.com, I can have one rest to do it all. Now, as I put an arrow on here, this is a size medium that we're referencing here. That's going to fit some of your more standardized carbon shafts. So the easy load too. So if I show here, Scott, I'm trying to get in there and show you. See how that's got a side load? So it's going to come in and out the same way. So you load it in this way, and then again, just kind of pop it back out, and the arrow comes out that way. So an easy side load, and then when you knock it, right, you're going to knock it on your D-loop here, right? And it's going to sit like this. And this is how we like to educate people to shoot them too. So on your vanes or on your feathers, depending on how you have them fletched, some are going to come with two of the light colors, and then they'll have an oddball color. We recommend here at the Real Shot that you shoot it with the oddball color up. Does it really matter? No, you can shoot it down if you wanted to. As long as those bristles, right, these veins are going through, or your feathers are going through with equal contact, you should be just fine. But to make your life easier, especially in low light situations, just knock it with the oddball up, or always have one up. Some of these knocks can turn on these arrows, and you should be just fine. But the cool thing here, and I'm gonna move it, Scott, so I don't want to lose you, but this is full capture. So I am turning this Bowtech bow upside down. I am shaking this Bowtech bow, and that whisker biscuit is holding that arrow in place. Like, there is zero movement to that thing. Plus the ability to do that, so if I'm spot and stalk, if I'm ground blind hunting, if I'm tree stand hunting, I know that I don't have to worry about my arrow walking off the launchers, you know, falling off or anything like that. It is on there to stay. It is a full capture rest, but still gives you awesome accuracy. Plus it is quiet. Like these bristles, when that arrow goes through there, I'm gonna hear it. Andy, I'm gonna stop talking. This has gotta be pretty quiet for you as I hold it up to the mic, right? I mean, that's virtually pretty quiet. So it doesn't add a whole lot of noise to the shot, but it does a phenomenal job of a awesome rest, especially as you're getting youth started. You know, the worst thing you want is for a youth to get frustrated when they're just learning to shoot a bow. You know, in the olden days, you had to put your finger up here on the shelf to hold that arrow from walking off the rest. Nowadays, with these full capture whisker biscuits, these kill shots out there, you don't have to worry about that. You have the easy tune, you have the easy side loading like we talked about, they're quiet. And again, it's one of those perfect rests for the beginner archers. Like this one here, we have it on this Bowtech bow, but I bet you this rest right here, this rest has got over 5,000 shots on it. This is one of our demo that we just take from bow to bow and just put them on there. If a customer wants to try to shoot this bow, we will take whisker biscuit rests from bow to bow. They're easy to set up and they're quick to put on, and the accuracy is right there, and it gives the customer a good feel with these on there. And this one here, I bet you it's got over 5,000 shots on it, and it looks virtually brand new. So that lets you know that this is a quality material. And that original whisker biscuit is probably, well, it's not probably, it actually is the most popular rest out there. So if you have a beginner archer in your life, or you are looking to upgrade a rest and you want something super simplistic, the whisker biscuit kill shot is an amazing rest, and especially at $10 off, normal retail price $49.99, $10 off $39.99. That is an absolute amazing deal. Let's kind of recap again. Black and pink colors. It's a size medium, so it'll fit those more standardized shafts. Ambidextrous for lefty or right-handed setups. Easy to adjust with that windage and elevation adjustments. And again, everybody, it's quiet and it's perfect for the beginner archer in your life. So if you are looking for a new rest or want to upgrade, I recommend the Kill Shot. It's a great all-around rest out there. It's a perfect rest for that beginner archer. Take advantage of $10 off, $39.99 right now on therealshot.com. You will be very, very happy that you have an awesome rest for all hunting applications. So that is the second to the last product of today's Whitetail Wednesday / Turkey Show. So we have one more product, and we're actually going to go back now that some of that tarsal gland smell has got out of the studio. We're going to go back to Cold Blue before we go to these commercial breaks, or after we come back from commercial breaks, I mean. And we're going to talk about, again, a Matt Trott stamp of approval. This is one of my favorite products right here. It's the Cold Blue Calming Zone. It's in a 2.6 ounce like deodorant style stick. This is a great product. This is one I highly recommend it. I go through 2 or 3 of these a year, and this is one that I think you're going to love too. So don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back after these commercial breaks.
I'm Gary Atkins, professional angler in the National Professional Fishing League. Tune in to TRS Live for the best deals on all your outdoor gear and apparel. If you're going to want a shot at the big bass, you're going to need the Real Shot. Take it from me, professional angler Gary Atkins.
It's Matt Trotz here with The Guided Life. We just met up with one of the guys from the crew, and he's like, they're on a hot track, so it's 104 high, and get on these back roads and scream. Every year that I've been a part of that and I go to that class, I always learn something. So these guys are gonna join me, and the reason I asked these two guys in here is because we got Travis, who does a lot of public land hunting, and then Judd and I are private land, owners and hunters for the most part as well. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Welcome back, everybody, to TRS Live. I am your host, Matt Trotz. I'm here to educate you as well as save you a bunch of money. And the next product that we talked about just before commercial is another Cold Blue product. It's the Calming Zone. It's in a 2.6 ounce, like deodorant stick type waxy substance. And I'm actually mad that this one's on the show because I felt like this is my secret product. I really didn't tell a lot of people out, but now you're knowing about it and they're giving you a deal on it. So normal retail price, $14.99. You're gonna get it for $10.99, which is, I think, cheaper than what I could even buy it. So that's awesome. So here we go. First of all, we're gonna get out and start spin the Calming Zone. So wherever it stops, that person has to put it on as deodorant, and it stopped on the camera, so that doesn't, the viewer at home, you got to do it. Actually stopped on Scott. So Scott, come on over here. I'm gonna throw it at you. So Scott's got to put this on as deodorant, and what this actually smells like, I'll take the camera so we can show you at home that Scott's putting on. This smells like a bedroom. This smells like a deer's bedding area. It is a calming product. It is a relaxing product. It is my absolute must. I don't go in the woods, and this is absolutely no BS. I do not go in the woods without Calming Zone. I literally go through at least 2 of these a year at the minimum, and I'm about 2.5 by the end of the season. I might have a little bit left. But this is one of those products, when we talked about with the tarsal gland scent, this is one of those products that I will put on my boots, and I will put on, like, if I have a designated pair of, like, tree stand checking, lane clearing, scrape making style clothing that I like to just designate for that, I will wipe this on there. It does leave a white residue, so you know where you've used it, but for me, that lets me know that this product is still working even when I'm not near. That's one of the things that a lot of people forget about when they're in the woods is, does your scent go with you? Or does your scent stay there? And I literally cake my tree stand. I literally cake the inside of my ground blind if I'm using one of those. My boots, I'll wipe it on my pants. I'll use this in conjunction with a scent away style product. This stuff is absolutely phenomenal. Again, $14.99 is what it would normally retail price, $10.99. And again, this is one of those things, it's like, deer season's not even here yet. We'll sell through this, but we're crazy enough to discount it before the season even gets here. So let me tell you why I absolutely love this stuff. The easiest way I can explain it is we talked about the tarsal gland smell. That has a very pungent smell to it. That smells like urine, and that smells like musk and all that stuff. Well, what this smells like, if I could be frank, is it smells like a deer. It smells like the combination of everything we talked about: urine, poop, hair, dander, all that kind of stuff. And they took it and they put it into this waxy form. So the nice thing too here is it's got a screw lock top on it, so it seals in the freshness, it seals in that smell. It can go into your backpack. You don't have to worry about it getting on anything maybe you don't want it to, even though you really don't care, because it's gonna work for your advantage. But when I go out, here is my process. Here is Matt Trotz's process when I use the calming zone. So I will spray down. I typically change when I get out to the hunting property. So my clothing is in a scent away tote, in a bag. Maybe I use some ozone on it, whatever it may be. So yes, even in a very cold weather, I usually get down to the bare minimum. Change sight on scene. I'll spray my clothing down before I put it on, and then I'll spray it down again after I put it on, and then I will take calming zone and apply it to the bottom of my boots. I will apply it to the top portion of my boots. So as I'm walking, I'm smelling just like a deer. That's my goal, right? So I'm scent free now because I sprayed down, and I like the cold blue products, the decoat products, to kill my scent. But then I'll take the calming zone, and then I'll rub it on my boots, and I'll even rub it on the tops of my pants a little bit. So as I walk through any like taller debris, I'm leaving again that natural relaxing odor that calming zone does. And then now when I get to my tree stand or my ground blind, as I start to approach, especially on the downwind side, I will take this stick and I will find a lot of trees, especially trees or brush. And the cool thing, like I said, is it does leave a white residue, which if you don't mind that on your clothing, like I don't, it's not the end of the world. But I will usually run a 2 to 3 to 4 foot swipe. And I'll go on one side. If it's a bigger tree, I'll go on the other side. I'll go on the back side, and I will cake a tree up with calming zone. Then again, I will walk another 10 yards closer to my stand. So I might start this at about 50 yards. Then I'll do that again, and I'll kind of do it on a number of different trees at that 4 foot height max, because a deer is usually 3 to 4 foot tall, you know, and its head is at that zone too. So I want that scent to hit that deer before it gets my human scent, that hopefully if I'm in a tree stand, it's coming from above. So now as we get closer, again, every 10 yards, and I'll kind of do like a diamond pattern, I'll kind of do like a half moon, especially on the downwind side of it. But then as I get closer, I will start to put more out, because that area there, to me, is gonna have a lot more human scent there. Like I'm pulling my bow rope up, my backpack might have touched the ground, even though it's scent free, but all that stuff is happening. So then as I get closer to the base of my tree, I will not only lather up my tree itself, but again, lathering up bushes, lathering up small trees all the way around it, leaving that white streak. And you can start to smell it. It starts to smell good. So then as I get up tall or higher, right? You know, if you're safe, I'm usually strapped in from the ground. I have like a lifeline that I clip into at the base of my tree stand as I'm climbing up. You know, I don't recommend this, but if you wanted to, if you were safely, if you have like ladder sticks like I use, you can even put some at about head height. So if you reach up when you're on the ground, do the same thing on your tree stand. And then again, when I get into my tree stand, I'm still strapped in. Before I pull my bow up, I'll pull this out of my backpack, out of my pants, and I will go all the way around the tree, 360 degrees around my tree. If I have any close trees that I can safely reach from my tree stand, I will coat this stuff up. So basically my whole way into the stand, I am leaving a deer smell. That's all I'm doing. I'm leaving the woods smelling like a deer. So then even after I leave, the woods is still going to smell like deer in that area. And I've a testimonial. I want your testimonials on it. But since I started using this product, I have gotten blown at and stomped at like virtually never. With other products on the market, I've gotten blown at, I've gotten stomped at because it's a repetitive smell, it's a foreign smell. They don't always smell that smell, any other cover scents naturally. This stuff smells like nature, it smells like deer, it smells like a bedroom. And I've had deer walk downwind of it, I've had deer cut my boot tracks, and they'll test the air, and they might get a little nervous because as much as we try, we can't eliminate all human odor. But I've gotten blown at, I've gotten stomped at, and all that stuff has become a lot less since I started using this product. This is my favorite product. These two packages right here are mine before you guys buy them all on therealshot.com. I will stock up now, and I use it all season long. It is awesome. Now, we're getting a question here in the chat, right? Like, does that white residue fade after you apply it? Yes, it'll fade after a while. But for me, it doesn't fade as much because I literally use it. And I'm not gonna lie to you. On my properties, I hunt maybe 3-4 different stands. I don't own a lot of land, or I don't have a lot of good spots. All my spots have been narrowed down that I only go in the right weather conditions, only go in the right wind. But my white residue doesn't disappear as fast because I'm literally caking it over every single time. So there's not many spots on my trees that don't have calming zoo, or calming zoo. It probably could smell like a whitetail zoo, but calming zone around them. So the white residue does fade, right? After a while, it'll go away, but it's not an alarming white look to it either. I'm just want to let you know that when you put this out there, it's going to leave that white residue. But for me, that also lets me know where I've used it and where I can hit up a different area to continue to add to that scent. Again, it's one of those products, just like the tarsal gland smell. If you have a stopping point that you want a deer to stop at, put it out there. But this is stuff I use 365 whenever I go into deer woods. I mean, if I'm using a chainsaw in there, I'll put it on my boots. If I'm going in to create mock scrapes, to check straps, to check tree stands, to move a tree stand, this is a product that I use and I absolutely love it. And at $10.99, I hope it's enough for you to give it a try, and then let me know if you love it. Let me know your luck. I wish I could guarantee it, but I know that if you start using this, you're gonna have a lot more closer encounters, and you're gonna have a lot fewer alerted deer, especially if you pay attention to your scent control and you use it in conjunction with this product. It's absolutely phenomenal. I can't say enough good things about it. And I want you to take advantage of that sale price on therealshot.com at $10.99. So again, as we wrap up the show today, we talked about a lot of great products. Whitetail Wednesday / Turkey Show, but the Cold Blue Calming Zone, Cold Blue in general, just makes an absolutely phenomenal product. The Calming Zone is my favorite product when I go out into the deer woods, and I hope it quickly becomes your favorite product too. So give it a try. At $10.99, you're gonna wanna do what I do. Buy 2 or 3 of them, have them, that lock-in freshness. Even if you don't use them all in 1 year, keep it in the original packaging. It'll store pretty well that way, and it'll be good for the following season. So thanks everybody for watching today's show. Boy, I hope you learned a couple of things, and most importantly, I hope you saved some money. But I will see you Friday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.